Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to be doing another foundation first impressions, and this one was very much inspired by Jeffree Star. Recently I watched a video by him where he went to Dollar General and tried Dollar General makeup. Now if you guys have been following me for a long time, you guys know I love Dollar General. I love dollar stores in general, but Dollar General is my favorite. And he recently went in there and tried one of the foundations, and that is the Believe Beauty Skin Finish Foundation Medium to Full Coverage. So here's what the packaging looks like. Ever since he tried this foundation and it was Jeffree Star approved, I have been dying to get my hands on it and to try it. Well, yesterday I popped into Dollar General to do my little shopping that I needed to do, and I saw this. They have their own little stand, and I am very excited to try this. This was only $5, so very inexpensive, very easy to find, and I am super pumped to try this today. It says this is a medium to full coverage. I got the color Ivory just because we are getting into like the fall and winter months, as you can see my pumpkins. So I did get something a little bit lighter because my tan is about to go away. So I wanted to get something that I could wear and something that would match for a long period of time. So that is why I went with that one. This is a medium to full coverage, and Lord Jesus, let's hope so, because I am breaking out so bad. Like, you guys, if you are ever going to get off birth control, if you're on birth control, be prepared for this, because my skin has literally looked like this for like the past 6 months, and I don't really know what else to do. So we're going to give this a try. We are going to see how this works. We're going to see how good it is at covering all of my, demons. So yeah, let's go ahead and give it a go. If it's Jeffree Star approved, I'm hoping I'll like it, but if this disappoints me, I'm going to be very sad. Another thing I do want to say is I don't think they have a very wide range of shades. I feel like I only saw a couple. Like, they don't have anything that's really super pale, and they don't have anything that's super dark. They kind of just have the generic in-between shades, and I don't know if that's because they're a new company. I don't know if they're just trying out a few shades before they produce more. I'm not really sure, but just a little bit of a heads up. They don't, at least at my Dollar General that I went to, they didn't really have a whole bunch of shades, so just kind of keep that in mind. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to shake this up really well, and I'm just going to pull my hair back because, oh yeah, and I need to touch up my roots. Every time I wear my hair back like this, like, see all that? That's all blonde hair. So I need to touch up my roots like ASAP. I love having black hair, but as soon as my blonde roots start coming in, I'm like, why? For the devil headband. Perfect. All right, so now that my hair is completely pushed back and I shook this up a little bit, I'm just going to remove the cap. So one thing I will say is the packaging is super nice. It is glass, it's not plastic. So for getting such really pretty packaging for only $5, that's definitely a plus. It has a pump top, and I like the geometric design of the top of this foundation. It kind of has like a diamond type shape at the top. I don't know, but I think that's really cool. And I'm just gonna give a few pumps. All right, so right off the bat, I think this is going to be a little too light. I think I didn't really judge that, but that's okay. We will just go in and fix everything with bronzer. So I'm just going to put a few pumps like that on my face, and then to blend it out, I'm just going to use my beauty blender and just start really buffing that into the skin. I very rarely use a brush when I do my foundation. That's why I always use a beauty blender. Right off the bat, the consistency is a little bit runny, so I'm not really sure how full coverage this is going to be, but I guess, you won't really know until we start buffing. So here we go. Okay, so right off the bat, the color isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It is a little light, but not too bad. I'd rather have it be too light than too dark. So that's not bad, and a little bit goes a long way. Like, as you can see, those two little pumps pretty much covered that whole side of my face, and I'm just gonna... Wow, okay. Okay, so this blends really nice. I think I actually might have used too much. Story of my life. Alright, so I have most of the first layer buffed into the skin. I look a little bit ghostly, so I think I could have actually gone a shade darker. Oopsie. But once we apply like our bronzer, powder, blush, all that stuff, honestly you won't even notice that it's too light, so I'm not too concerned about that. One thing I am noticing is this is definitely more of like a dewy finish foundation. It does not feel matte or heavy at all. It actually feels really nice on the skin, and another thing is I used way too much. A little bit goes a long way, and it doesn't look like you get a whole bunch in here. Say 25 milliliters. So, I mean, I guess that's standard for a foundation. The bottle just looks really small to me. But yeah, I definitely used way too much. So just kind of keep that in mind. Don't judge the price by its cover, because I definitely did not need all those pumps that I put on my face. But you know, you only live once, and if you want to be a cake, be a cake. It looks way worse on camera. Like, I promise you, in person, it doesn't look that bad, but on camera, it's like, the whiteness is just like, boom, extra in your face. I am just going to leave this coat. I'm not going to add more on top of it. The finish is really nice. It's not super matte. It's not super dewy. The coverage is okay. I mean, I would like to cover more of like this redness here, but it is what it is. It felt really nice on the skin. A little bit went a long way. So, am I absolutely crazy about it? No, just because I don't know. I don't know why. It's okay for me so far. So the real test of time is going to be how the rest of my makeup applies on top of it, how it lasts throughout the day. Is my oily skin going to make this dewy foundation look even more oily, if you know what I'm saying? So the next thing I'm going to do is just take a little bit of concealer, not too much. Just going to take some of the Jeffree Star concealer and just kind of conceal underneath my eyes, because my TMJ, TMD, whatever you want to call it, has really been not great, so I have not been sleeping very much. Also, I apologize if the lighting is like a little overexposed, but it is pissing down, as xoxo would say, pissing down with rain at the moment, so usually I like to use like my artificial lights and natural light, just because I feel like it gives a good balance, but I am just using artificial lights today just because it's too dark out to use natural light. So that's why the lighting looks a little like, you know what I'm saying? This would be a really good everyday foundation, but the one thing I will say is the color. Like, I look pretty damn ghostly right now. Alright, so then to set everything on my face, I am going to go in with the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Loose Powder, just because I have not used this in a while. I have been really digging my Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. You guys, that shit is amazing. But this guy feels a little left out, so we're just going to use some of him. So my face is set. It looks very snatched. Everything looks really good. The only thing I'm noticing after having everything set is I have one little dry spot up here that the foundation just doesn't seem to want to cling to. So there's kind of like almost like a negative space right here, but I mean, it's not anything major. It doesn't look super cakey. It does look like it's creasing a little bit, like around my nostrils right here. But other than that, it looks pretty good. No other complaints. I like the coverage of it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish up the rest of my makeup, and I will come back and I will show you guys an up-close view, and we will also do check-ins throughout the day. So right now it is 9:30 in the morning, which is just crazy to me because I'm usually still sleeping at this time, and I decided to get an early start today. So it is 9:30 in the morning, so I will come back throughout the day to do check-ins. Sorry, my bra straps are showing, like, looking extra trashy today. So hopefully when I come back on camera, I will look a little less white and a little more human. So I will see you guys in just a second. Okay, and I am back. So now it is currently 10 o'clock in the morning. I have the rest of my makeup on for the day, And what I will say is the bronzer, blush, highlight, everything went on top of the foundation really, really nicely. I didn't see it like moving or gathering. One thing I am noticing is like up here in like my expression lines, it does look like it is going to gather in this one line, but we will have to see how that plays throughout the day. I do still look pretty pale and I have a ton of bronzer on. So I feel like if I do decide that I like this foundation, I will go up a shade. And I think that one was called like nude or something. I think I was just trying to play it a little too safe and I end up looking like a ghost. But honestly, I don't think it's that bad. It does look a lot more dramatic on camera than it does in person. I almost wish you guys could see how it looks in actual like face to face, rather than, you know, on camera in front of a bunch of like really bright lights, you know what I mean? So it doesn't look that bad in person, but it definitely is a little too pale for me. But other than that, it looks really good. I like the finish of it. Again, it's not too matte, it's not too dewy, because I'm not a fan of like super, super, super matte foundations, and I'm not a fan of like super, super dewy foundations. So this one is like a perfect in between for me. The price point is also really good, $5 for a foundation. You really can't beat that. I think that's awesome. The packaging is definitely really cool. I like that it is glass. I do definitely think that the foundation looks a lot better on Jeffree, but I don't think it looks too bad on me. Yeah, I'm definitely curious to see how it's going to look throughout the day, because you know, I usually don't like the way my makeup looks as soon as I put it on. I do like to wait a couple hours to see how my skin kind of accepts it, because usually right when I put on my makeup, it kind of looks like it's just sitting on top of my face, whereas I like to wait a little bit for it to kind of sink into my skin, if that makes any sense. So I am very curious to see what it is going to look like in a couple hours. And then still a little cracking in where my nostrils are, so we will have to see if that gets worse throughout the day. But until then, this is the first initial check-in, I guess you could say. So it is exactly 10 o'clock in the morning, so I will talk to you guys in just a couple of hours. Bye! Hey guys, so I am back to do a little check-in on the Believe Beauty Foundation. So it is currently 2:09 in the afternoon, so this foundation has been on for 4 hours, maybe a little more than 4 hours, and I am gonna let you know what I think of it. So the one thing I am noticing is it shows a lot of texture on my face. I don't know, I've never ever had this with the foundation. Usually when I have blemishes or whatever, the foundation does a pretty good job of covering them, but I am seeing quite a bit of texture. This is very, very strange. I have never I don't know what that is, but that's the one thing I'm noticing. So basically, since I've had the foundation on, I have been filming other videos. I also took a nap and I had some lunch. So it passed the nap test. The foundation did not rub off anywhere. It hasn't faded anywhere. And when I was eating, I ate spaghetti, which if you've ever eaten spaghetti, you know it can be messy. And I'm not noticing anything, like no like spaghetti sauce anywhere. And if I did get spaghetti sauce, the foundation didn't really rub off with it. So that is a good sign. I do think it looks good. Like now that my skin has had a minute to kind of like suck it all in, I think it looks pretty decent, but I don't know, like this weird texturing right here and like the gathering around my nose at the bottom here, that's a little strange. I've never had that before. It is a little bit cakey, but again, I kind of blame that on myself because as you guys saw in the beginning, I used quite a bit of foundation and I did not know that I did not need that much. So this stuff, I still don't know how I feel about it. Do I love it? Not right now, but I don't hate it. This whole texture thing that I have going on here, I don't know if that's like an allergic reaction maybe to the foundation. I don't really want to like jump to conclusions just yet, but there's none on this side. So I don't really know what to make of it. Let me know what you guys think. I am going to wear this for a little bit longer on my face today. I have not done any touch-ups whatsoever, but what I am going to do is go back with my beauty blender and just kind of suck up some of the excess oil because I am already starting to look a little bit shiny and I kind of want to get rid of that weird creasing underneath my nose. So I'm just going to gently go and dab And already that looks a little bit better, just kind of sucking up some of the excess oil. And I will come back in another few hours and we will do another check-in and see how it goes. But for the rest of the day, I am going to be filming some more videos, so I will see you guys in just a little bit. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back. I am here to do another check-in on the Believe Beauty foundation. So it is now currently 4:45 at night, so it's been another couple hours or so, and I just want to give you an update on how it is doing. So as you can tell by the background and my septum ring, I have been filming other videos and I have been touching my face a lot because I changed my body jewelry, well, some of it. And the rest of my face doesn't look too bad. I do see where it's kind of getting a little bit cakey up in here. It definitely does transfer, like when I touch my face, it does get on my fingers. And when I was changing my nose piercings, I did also notice the foundation rubbing off there. But other than that, everywhere else where I have not disturbed my face at all, it actually still looks pretty decent. I'm still having this texture issue over here, which I still don't know what this is, so I'm very anxious to kind of take off my makeup soon and just kind of see what's going on underneath there. Definitely for future reference, I will be using like half the amount. I just spit. I will be using like half the amount that I did to begin with because I went a little too ham and I'm looking a little cakey, but that's okay. That's what these first impressions are all about. They're learning what we can do, what we can't do with these foundations. It is almost 5 o'clock. I will come back and do one more check-in before I take my makeup off for the day, but we've had it on for a decent amount of time, so I'm pretty pleased with the wear time of this. But until my next check-in, I'll see you then. Hey guys, so it is now currently 6 o'clock at night and I'm here to do my final check-in on the Believe Beauty foundation. So I have had this foundation on for a little more than 8 hours and I'm actually very impressed with the wear time of this because I don't look super oily. So this foundation must have really good oil control. It doesn't say on anywhere on the packaging that it does have really good oil control, but just from looking at my face, I don't look that shiny. I only did that one touch up with my beauty blender on camera for you guys, and I have not touched my face since. So I don't know. I'm like okay with it, but I'm not obsessed with it, I guess. I guess I would just say it's an okay foundation. I do want to give it more time. I do want to try it out throughout the week to see if it wears any better, if I use less product. It's not one of my favorites. Like I said, I definitely want to try it out for a longer period of time before I make my mind up. But honestly, would I recommend it for $5 at Dollar General? Absolutely. Go ahead, grab yourself a bottle, give it a try. Let me know what you guys think of it. I ain't that mad at it. Like I said, it's okay. I haven't noticed any more gathering issues, maybe just a little bit in like my smile lines and just that weird like texture issue we were having over here. But other than that, I'm pretty pleased with it. So you guys will have to let me know down in the comments what you thought of this foundation. Do you like it? Have you tried it? I do know that it's Jeffree Star approved, so maybe it will be approved by you guys as well. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to go down, give this video a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to go down and subscribe to my channel. I do upload every 3 to 4 days here. I love you guys so much, but until then, I will see you guys very soon in my next video. I love you guys. Bye!